Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be doing a highly requested video, full day of eating and training during my triathlon. This has been a question a lot of people have been kind of curious about, so I will do my best to share everything that I'm doing. By no means am I an expert in this. I definitely am not, but I figured I would show you guys, what a day looks like right now. Today is Wednesday when I'm recording this, so this is my day off of work. So this is going to be, pretty representative of what Wednesday looks like. Usually there's a couple sessions that I have to do, and I'm able to get a little bit more done because I'm not at the office for, 5-6 hours during the day. So today what we're doing is we're getting some coffee ready, and then I'm going to be heading out on a run here in a little bit. First thing that I always do every single morning is I pour water in this shaker bottle, and then I make sure I chug the whole shaker bottle. It just helps me get a little bit of water in the morning. I'm not someone that enjoys drinking water, so kind of making myself chug it is usually the best way for me to actually get some in. But once I'm done with that, normally I will pour a little bit more water in here, and then I will have my reds and greens first thing in the morning. What I always do, a lot of people always ask me about this, I just mix them together. So this is about the amount of water that I'll use. It's not much, and then I just dump the reds in there. And the same thing with the greens. This is the pineapple coconut flavor. Do that. Goes in there. Shake it. And the same thing, I just chug that. I like to take the greens in the morning. Helps with bloating, getting micronutrients in. But the reason that I take it in the morning is that it helps me go to the bathroom. So yeah, chug that, and then now we're gonna have some coffee. So when it comes to coffee, I'm definitely not a coffee snob. I buy whatever they have at Target, and then I put in some Splenda, and currently the creamer that I'm using is the Toffee Nut Latte from Starbucks. I like to go through different creamers because I just like my coffee to taste different. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge coffee snob, but I do like to have a cup of coffee in the morning. It helps me wake up, and so cheers. Getting ready for my run now, and I'm doing my favorite stretch in the world. So this is called the couch stretch. So I have my foot back there, and what this does is I really feel like it helps stretch out the front of my hip right here. And so I do this for 2 minutes each side before every single run, and it really, really helps out. And then also another thing that I do before my runs is this thing right here. This is the Hypervolt. It's like one of those percussion massagers. So you turn it on, and it does that. All right, so we're getting ready for the run. As you guys saw, I just got the Nike Invincible, ZoomX Invincible Flyknit, whatever the name of the shoe is. I've actually gone on one run in these so far, and I really like them. They're very, very bouncy, but this isn't a full review. I am not a shoe reviewer, but for a bigger person, I still weigh like 200 pounds, 210 pounds. They are solid. Like they definitely feel. They just, I don't know how to explain it other than they feel very bouncy, and they're very fun to run in. So here we go. Let's do this run. All right, so we are here. We're about to start the run. I had to drive somewhere because I actually have to do some hill repeats, so I had to find a good hill that I would be able to run up. So today we are doing, it's an hour-long workout. Basically, there's a 15-minute warm-up, and then the main set is 6 times 20-second run up a hill that's like pretty steep, about a 6% grade, and then walk back down, wait for the heart rate to go back up, and then go back up. So you do that 6 times, and then there is just a little bit of a cool down after that, and then straight into 30 seconds at my 5K speed, 60 seconds at my 10K speed, and then 90 seconds at half marathon speed, going through that twice. And then we're going to go back to the hill, do some more hill sprints, and then right after that we have just a 10-minute warm down. So I'm excited for this. I really do kind of enjoy the shorter efforts of going up the hill. It's like a little bit different, kind of changes up the run. Also, I didn't eat anything. I normally don't eat anything before, especially before my running workouts. Just my stomach does not like having food in it before I go on runs. So normally, like last night I had a pretty big dinner, so that's usually the fuel that I am using, because in the morning I do not like eating before my runs. So that being said, let's get to it. 15-minute warm-up is done. I have ran to what I feel like is a pretty good hill for this exercise. So I'm not sure how much you can tell, but this is the hill that we'll be using. All right, so the hill set is done. Now I just have a 5-minute jog, and then we are going straight into, we have 30 seconds at 5K pace, 60 seconds at 10K pace, 90 seconds at half marathon pace. Basically, you don't have to like follow any structured, like, it's not structured, it's more of a fartlek. So basically, like, just go by feel. So go fast for 30 seconds, a little bit slower for a minute, and then a little bit slower for 90 seconds. So it's just kind of by feel. Okay, we are all done now. I usually reach a point when I'm doing a run and I'm trying to film it where I'm just kind of like, I don't want to film anymore. And that was about halfway through the run. The run wasn't super difficult, but I was like thinking about the paces that I had to hit, and there was just too much stuff to think about. But I was able to do the workout. We're all good. That's all good. Now I'm gonna drive home, shower, and then finally have meal number 1. All right, so I'm sure to literally no one's surprise, what we're gonna be having for breakfast is pro meal or protein oatmeal. So what you need to make this is a bowl, obviously, to put it in. We are going to be using Quaker 1-minute oats. I like to use the 1-minute oats. I feel like they're better. That, water, and then we are going to be using VPN chocolate vegan protein, 1 scoop of that. You're going to want some salt, and then if you want, you can use some Splenda to sweeten it up. I also totally forgot to mention peanut butter. Very important. All right, so the oats are made. A couple pro tips. 1, when you're making it, I always put in just enough water to soak all the oats, but not enough for it to be done. So once I take it out of the microwave and I put everything in it, it's like super thick. So what I do after that is I mix it up a little bit, and then I add a little bit of cold water. And what that helps with is 2 things. So 1, it obviously cools down the oats so I don't have to wait forever to eat them. But 2, it makes it the consistency that I want it, because if you make it the way that I make it, it's going to be very thick. So you add the water to help cool it down and then make it the consistency that you want. Super simple, but this is and has been my go-to meal for a very long time. I stopped eating oats for a little bit, but now that I'm doing a lot more, just like training and a lot more hours of doing cardio and stuff, I really do think that the carbs and everything just helps me feel a lot better. And it's just a good mix of carbs, proteins, and fats. And it tastes really good to me personally. So meal number 1 is in the books. See you in a little bit. Alright, as I'm sure you can tell, went on a little bit of a grocery shopping haul, so I figured I would show you what I got. This is just kind of a random middle of the week, just things that I needed. So let me show you what I got. Start with the frozen stuff. The first thing is just some pre-cooked chicken. This is stuff that I add in my stir fry pretty often. I got a bunch of bags of this bird's eye. It's like a blend. This is what I use most of the time in my stir fry. So broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. So I got like 6 of those. And then I got 3 of these Halo Top. This is the dairy-free. This is the chocolate chip cookie dough. So I got a few of those. I got a little bit of bread for sandwiches. Sandwich meat for sandwiches. Got some apples. Got a few packets of Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. We got some Reese's Puffs for, a little bit of a snack. Some honey, almond milk, and last but not least, some caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. so we are about to have snack number 1 for the day. So we are going to be doing a Builder's Bar. This is the Cinnamon Nut Swirl. I actually heard that they are discontinuing this flavor, which makes me sad because it personally is my favorite one. But yeah, we're gonna have this protein bar. I like these because they actually have a little bit more calories than most protein bars do. These have 290 calories, so we're gonna go ahead and eat this, and then we'll have lunch next. Say hi. Say hi. So for the next meal, we are going to be very lazy. We are going to be having a sandwich with some chips. Staple meal. I mean, there's not much to say. The only thing that's really that special is I will be using the Daiya cheese because it's dairy-free. Yeah, here we go. So we have the sandwich right here with also basically probably about half the bag of these pop chips right here. I like the barbecue flavor. And then we just have mustard on the sandwich and then that slice of cheese. So like I said, very, very simple, but a solid meal nonetheless. I don't like anything too huge right now because I actually have a swim here in about 2 hours. So I want to give myself some time to eat this and digest it. And then we have a swim, which is actually really nice because it is very warm outside. So I'm actually really, really looking forward to this swim. It's going to be a good time. So the swim session is done. It actually felt pretty good. It was all like really short, so it was all 25s for the most part, and then I ended with some 50s. But yeah, it was nice doing the shorter, so just 25. So it's literally just going to one side of the pool and then stopping, because I was able to really focus on like being powerful, but also like focus on my form, and I like wasn't getting too tired. So I was able to rest in between each one, but that was really good. Also, I haven't filmed a swim session in a while, but this past week and earlier, I actually was able to hit like a PR. I was able to swim 100 meters without stopping, which is like when I first started, I could barely even swim one length without like absolutely dying. And so, yeah, the swim has been getting better. There's still a lot of work to do. Like I'm very aware of that, but it does feel like I am moving forward. So that's really nice. But I need to get home and I need to see Bailey, make sure she hasn't torn up the house. And I'll see you guys at the next meal. Chef John at it again. We got a little snack. It is, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this, pretty gourmet. It's toast with peanut butter and honey. I know. I think I'm going to be coming out with a recipe book very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Woody can see. All right, so dinner is served. We have the Uncle Ben's rice, the vegetables that I showed you guys earlier, as well as some chicken. So what's really important though is you gotta season it. right? You gotta season it. So we're gonna be putting some salt, pepper, and then I use the orange sauce from Panda Express. This is really good. And then also gotta put a little bit of heat there so we have some sriracha as well. And that is what it looks like, all cooked up with all of the sauces and seasonings on it. You guys know I love my stir fry. I have literally eaten this probably 80% of the nights for the past like 3 years. It is definitely my favorite dinner. It's very, very good. And as you guys I'm sure have noticed, Bailey likes to watch me cook and hope for the scraps. And just, oh, share with me. Alrighty, and for dessert, we are going to be having one of the chocolate chip cookie dough halo tops, and that is going to be it for the day. That is going to be all the food and all the training for today. I want to make it very clear that, you know, with these videos and whenever I do full day of eatings, I'm not saying that you need to eat what I'm eating. I'm not suggesting that you should eat what I'm eating. I'm just sharing what I am eating. Is it the best in the world? Do I have the healthiest diet in the world? I don't think so, but I have a diet that works for me and a type of diet that I've been eating for many years that hasn't steered me wrong yet. So it works really well for me. Again, not saying you need to eat these things, but it's what works for me. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.